Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at something a little different. You don't see a lot of vehicles in 1/87th scale, HO scale out there in the market. You also don't see a lot of other items other than trains. So we're going to cover one of those today. Later on we'll cover another unique item in 1/87th scale. But today we're looking at the Rapido HO scale cars. And these are 80s era cars. Like this is an early Chevy Caprice sedan. And we've got several different. We've got a wagon back here. And we also have a police car. And the Rapido bus in HO. You know, they've been bus obsessed lately. So this is the New York Blue new look bus. So we'll take a look at that and see what's inside.
If you like what you see, please subscribe to the JLWII 2000 channel and leave a like on the video. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon so you'll be notified of future train videos.
I'm sure you can use your imaginations, but I still want to give you an unboxing experience, so I'll show you what unboxing looks like on camera. Inside the bus is French and English, quick history, how to remove the shell. You can even wire up your bus. Some additional parts in the bag. I'm not sure what those are, but I'm sure it'll tell me on this one. Exploded parts diagram. We got dozens of parts for this bus, so that's kind of an overview of that. Then the bus itself, whoop, wanted to jump out and greet me, I guess. Wrapped in plastic, pre-wired down here, ready to go. So here's one of the cars. I just popped the end open for you, slide it out, and it is mounted in a container here. So we'll take a close look at these as well. Okay, I was getting a little thrown off because the bottom of the box says HO scale, but it was definitely smaller than the wagon. But the actual readout does say it's in scale, so maybe a misprint on this box or some of the boxes on the bottom. But I am not reading this off the sheet. I just inherently know all this because I'm so wise. These buses were built by GM between 1959 and 1986 for both the Canadian and American markets. Over 44,000 of these unmistakable vehicles were produced and nicknamed fish bowls for their unique windshield design, making it one of the most iconic transit buses ever built in North America. Today, many new looks continue to live under private ownership as most transit agencies have upgraded their fleet to more modern, accessible vehicles. But you can remove the shell on this. We can do a quick 360, but you can also wire it up to a power supply that doesn't exceed 12 volts DC. A 9-volt battery works exceptionally well if you don't have any permanent power supply available. So you can make these light up as well, which is pretty sweet. So let's take a little roundabout look, shall we? Alright, let's see if I can get the lights on, even if it's for a second with this 9-volt battery here. So there's a little headlights, LEDs. You can see how that would light up. Now the instruction manual says you can take the top off by shimmying the frame off by pulling at the tabs, but I was hearing some popping I didn't like, so I'll just show you the inside from here. I don't want to damage the vehicle in the process, and then you guys see possibly damaged vehicle and think that it came that way if you just skip ahead in the video for some reason. So we're just going to do a 360 here. You got your doors for passenger entry here and here. Wheels with little rubber tires. Windshield wipers are finally detailed on the front here. There's your board where they'd put your destination. Headlights just operated. We showed you those a little earlier. Got all your different windows on this side. Try to get a little closer view so you can get a view of that interior. Got that kind of chrome side, corrugated side there. Little compartment there in the back, I think, for a battery. Over here. And your red and black wires for putting on power. In the rear there, you'd have the rear windshield, tail lights. Camera really doesn't like this. And there's another view of that side of the bus. And here's like an underside view. See those little tabs there? That's how you would spread those apart and shimmy it out, but it's a pretty tight fit for me, so I'm just kind of letting it be. But there's molded underbody detail on there as well. Also briefly applying power here, you'll be able to see the rear marker lights light up. So those are red LEDs on the back. Alright, moving on to the station wagon. You can unscrew this from the platform. Has 2 screws here. But taking an up close look, it's a little unbalanced on the turntable there. Got some nice chrome wheels on here. You got the wood side paneling, luggage rack on the back. These aren't wired, but there's even an indentation or a little representation of the rear view mirror. And my camera does not like small things. Good thing I don't review anything smaller than trains usually. If there's a little area here where the rear view mirror would be, it's kind of stamped out in the glass, it looks like, more than anything. There's not an actual rear view mirror inside, I don't think. But there's your 360 of the station wagon. Now this is a early 1980s Chevy Caprice wagon, and they call them Woodies. This is baby blue. So there is that one. We'll move on to the next. Now this is an early 80s Chevy Impala Metro police car, and it came with this bag of stuff taped to the underside of the little platform, and it looks like an updated light bar for like a more modern 80s light bar, and maybe some of those front and rear bumper protector deals they put on the police cars, and a couple old tiny metal parts. I'm not sure what those are. This doesn't come with paperwork, so I'm kind of left guessing on that. But again, screw mounted bottom. You've got your kind of area punched out in the windshield. It's not really punched out, it's like etched out for a rear view mirror. Metro Police on the side, you can read really clear if my camera wants to work. And it also says to we serve and protect. That's legible. Just read it with my own eyeballs. And then rear here, got your little three separate lights on the rear on each side of the license plate. I think one's a brake light, one's a reverse light, I don't know the other one. Turn signal maybe. Here's an early 80s Chevy Caprice sedan in a red color there. More of the same details we talked about. Silver plate holder on the back, silver lining on the windshields, front and rear, and all the doors. The window door on the doors, so it's kind of giving you a Vanna White at this point. You even have really finely detailed mirrors, side view mirrors on these cars. So you can see those right here. Alright, here's a dark blue 80s Chevy. Since we've shown all these, I'm actually showing it with the case on so you can kind of see what that looks like. But that's how it comes out of the box, just straight case, you know. Display purposes, and then other people with 80s era layouts can put those on their layouts for those who don't want like little collector cars in a display case. So a couple different options there. There's a 360. The case is real nice. It's plastic, but it's crystal clear. It kind of has a crystal appearance to it. A very clear, nice, sharp plastic on the case. Alright, there you have the whole lineup. I think Rapido is filling a hole, especially in 80s era modeling for vehicles. The hobby could use a lot of different things in HO scale that people don't really think about, from some structures, trucks, vehicles, planes, you know, different buildings and structures, is which I covered, but thinking outside the box, there's a lot of stuff in HO scale that's not covered, and here's another gap that's filled now by a manufacturer. So solid models, you know, die cast, they look great, really nicely detailed like Rapido would do. They're not gonna skimp on you, and the ability to light up the in-scale bus is pretty neat as well. So overall, I think if you're in those eras, you might want to consider those, but I'll leave it with you. This is just a product demo, so no other testing to be done really. No ability to pull test anything or run anything on a track. I do have a poorly done road to my right that I'm working on, but it'll look better once it's complete. But we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Just something a little out of the box for you. Take care.